Hey folks, Corey Arnold here, Toyota Beasley. Hey, got some exciting news. We got some Corolla Crosses here on the ground. Now I know they've been out for just a little while, but the very first one that we had coming in was sold. This one is sold, and also this one here is sold. But I wanted you to at least get a video so that maybe you can actually come in and order yours, because the chances of this thing coming in and not being sold are slim to none. So you got to make sure that you check out a video. Today we're going to do a video on the XLE model, and then later on we'll do one on the LE. I am going to kind of pan back and forth. I should say the cameraman is going to pan back and forth. The cameraman is being difficult today, by the way. Pan back and forth so we can actually see the difference between the two. Now this is sold, but it is the XLE model 2022, all right, Toyota Corolla Cross. All right, so just like the name suggests, its basis is the Toyota Corolla. So the engine and the transmission is the same as a Corolla Sport. Now you got to remember something. A Corolla LE has a 1.8, but the Sport model Corollas have a 2.0. This is the 169 horsepower 2.0 engine in this one. So the stronger of the two Corolla engines that we've got there. So a couple of things to look at. Number one, this trim level has got fog lamps. Make sure we zoom in on that. You'll notice that the LE right next to it does not. So there is a molding down here, okay, but no fog lamp itself, all right? So the XLE model has got the fog lamps. Also, you'll notice something else, the parking sonar, okay? All that's going to do is assist when you're actually pulling into a parking space. It lets you know how close the front end of the vehicle is. You'll notice on the other side over here, we do not have that. Notice also something else right here. Look at the trim. That color trim right there on the front, kind of a satin finish. And then on this side over here, this one is actually black. So just kind of a color difference right there. You know what? It's probably difficult to keep going back and forth, right? Let's just stay on the XLE, and then we'll pan over here and actually show you some options on this side.
I'm good.
So 18-inch alloy wheels, standard at this trim level. When we look at the other, you'll notice it has a 17-inch alloy wheel, but the 18 belongs to the XLE model. Good-looking wheel and tire that we've got there. Come up right here on the side. This is something small I didn't notice at first. We've got the chrome piece over the top of the windows. On the lower models, that's just a black piece. So the XLE, again, a nice option that we've got there. Now on the inside in here, now I'm going to show you, okay? This car is not small, okay? So this is a crossover. We are lower to the ground than a RAV4, but we're higher off the ground than a Corolla. So it sits between a Corolla and, it sits between a CHR and a RAV4. It is a SUV, the latest one added to our inventory that we've got there. I'm gonna get in the car here in just a moment just to show you, because I'm a pretty big fella, a little bigger than I should be, I admit, yes. All right, now, right there, even at my height, okay, I'm probably just a little bit over 6'1". That is a good, look at that right there, seat all the way back. That's a good, what is that, about 5-6 inches there. And then headroom, all right, headroom up here. I've got a ton of headroom up top here, probably at least that much to the actual top right there on that side. Kind of a nice thing as far as that room, to let you know that a big guy, even my size, can actually jump in this car. Now, a neat thing here in the back, 5-passenger seating, of course, 3 seat belts going across here. Now, because this is the XLE, this is the Softtech. Now, Softtech basically is a synthetic leather. It looks like leather, feels like leather, but it ages better. Looks like leather, feels like leather, but it actually ages better. Softtech at this trim level, standard. Only the XLE comes with the Softtech as an actual option. I like that piece right there too, with that chrome right there on that side. Got Corolla Cross. I noticed the one over here is just actually in black, so a piece of chrome right there as well, dressing that up. Looks good. All right, let's get into the back here. All right, now, video said, a training video said that it had almost as much cargo volume as a RAV4. And now that I'm seeing it, it does have a lot of volume. Notice right here that the floor is actually sunken down. That's probably a good, what is that? Probably about 2.5 inches. So it adds to the actual total volume because the step over right there on that side. So a lot of room underneath. Let's check out under here. It is a temporary tire, but you'll notice that it is the larger temporary tire. So if you're on the way to the beach or something like that, you can actually continue your trip at basically highway speed. So kind of a nice option there. Rear tonneau cover in the back. That's an option at the LE trim level, but it is standard at this trim level here. And somebody got that installed wrong. Look at that. Wow. So that should be like this. And then it actually comes right back on that side, there, and there. And the only thing that's going to do is just hide your cargo from a would-be thief that we've got on that side. Of course, being an SUV, the vehicle does turn completely into cargo space. I'd have to let those seats up just a little bit, but those go completely down, flat, and flush. I got to tell you, that's going to be a lot of volume. I do want you to see that, so give me just a second, because I think because of how low that floor is, that's going to be a ton of room on the inside in there. So give me 1 second. All right, so there is a actual lip up, but guys, that's a ton of room actually in there. Man, I'm just sitting here thinking, the other day I went and grabbed the Christmas tree. It was 8 foot tall. I think the Christmas tree actually would have gone in right here, because from here to there, I'm telling you now, that's gotta be 8 feet.
It is
right
pretty,
yeah.
Pretty roomy.
Ton of room,
for sure.
ton of room in the back of this vehicle, and this is considered to actually be a compact SUV, but a ton of room in this vehicle. And guys, this is really for those who think that the RAV4 is just a little bit too large. This is actually the alternative just coming out. I've got a friend who wants to come and see one, but unfortunately they're selling before they ever get here. This is our second and third one of all the ones we've ever gotten, and all 3 of them have been sold before they hit the ground. It is critical that we check out a video and then kind of use that as a basis to come and actually buy one. All right, let's continue to check them out. You guys come see us here at Toyota Beasley. Have a great day. You know what? Since I don't mean to break back into your video. I know you're panning and scanning there, but kind of a nice the roof rack, that's not standard, so it's good that we can get a good look of that right there. Kind of changes the look of the vehicle. That is an accessory on this one. And let's see how much we're talking here. Crossbar is $349, but it completely changes the look of the vehicle. I like that. Now notice that the roof rails are there in standard, because this LE model over here has got the roof rails. Wow, so really easy to install. The only thing we're going to do is just pop out this section right here and actually install the crossbars right across. And remember before, the other one had it in chrome right here, so this is the LE's model. Let's pan down so we can look at the wheels actually on this one. Now the L model, which is the entry-level model, has got a steel wheel. This is the LE, so it's got a 17-inch alloy wheel that we've got there, so a good look. Oh, I like that right there too. Look at that Corolla Cross actually right on the inside in there. These are good looking cars. I'm telling you, you got to see it. And even though this is the LE, this is a good looking trim level of this vehicle. Let's check out the front. Blind spot monitoring, absolutely critical nowadays when you actually get a vehicle. Remember, blind spot monitoring also has rear cross traffic alert. So the same sensor that lets you know when you're in drive, once you're over 10 miles an hour, it lets you know when somebody's in the blind spot. But when you're in reverse, those same sensors have a second job. They monitor the lane when you're backing out, and 2 seconds before impact, hopefully. All right, got to keep your speed down though. It doesn't work if you're backing out of a space at 10 miles an hour, but if you're backing out of a space less than 5 miles an hour, it does let you know somebody's coming up that lane. You've got there. Let's check out the front of the vehicle here. I like the white and the black contrast. That's a good looking vehicle. The piece, ooh, look at the color key piece down here on the bottom. I didn't notice that right there. That's good looking. Well, guys, come see us at Toyota Beasley. Have a great day. I'll let the cameraman get some more shots. Have a great day.